guys, happy Friday! Woohoo! This week's theme is TV and film, which are two things that I'm very passionate about. So I'm just going to tell you some shows that I watch and encourage you to watch them and give you some plot summaries and stuff like that. Okay, let's get started. I never have room to flap about, so I'm a bit crazy in this room. Ooh. Okay, we're going to start with TV and get into films. First one is Suburgatory. I didn't like this at first. I watched, I think, the first episode. Really did not get into it whatsoever. A slight chance watched it before How I Met Your Mother, which is a show I love. Suburgatory is about a young girl called Tessa who's got ginger hair and is from New York, so we share a lot in common. And because her father finds condoms in her desk drawer or whatever, he's afraid that she's getting involved with men or whatever, I don't know, sexually experimenting, and so takes her out of New York, places her in some suburban place, I don't know where that is, could be New Jersey. All about sort of the middle class Stepford wife kind of lives, and it's really interesting and it's hilarious, it's satire, and I just really like it. Social observations are my thing. Anyway, moving on. That came out in the 90s and there was only one season of it, but it was really good, and that is My So-Called Life, starring Claire Danes, who went to the school my brother currently attends, Dalton, which is fantastic. It's all about a young girl. Her name is Angela and she lives in the suburbs as well, and again, it's a bit of social commentary. It's just her experiences going through high school, being awkward, going to parties and seeing Jared Leto, and he leans great, he really does. I haven't watched them all yet, but I really enjoyed them. Finally, I want to talk about another show that Claire Danes is probably even more famous for, which is Homeland. So good! Oh, I just get so excited about Homeland. I get very passionate. However, there are lots of things that I don't like about Homeland, but again, love it. Oh, a man who was a prisoner of war who's taken back to America. He's an American soldier, and they're trying to find out if he's a sleeper spy, and find Abu Nazir, this terrorist who's kind of a little bit like the terrorists of the news, and it's so fantastic, so good. Obviously, I'm going to say Glee. Oh my goodness, the last episode, I cried so much. Actually, I have a picture on Facebook. This was my face about 5 or 10 minutes in. I cried from the beginning to end. The seasons of love. Oh, so much things to say about that one episode. If you don't know what Glee is, how do you not know what Glee is? But bunch of teenagers singing lip synced. They're not really teenagers, pretending to be teenagers. Adults that are older being teenagers with all these situations and dramas and hey girl, what you doing? Hey girl, where you going? Who's that girl? Who's that girl? Who's that girl? Who's that girl? It's Jess. We love New Girl. It's about a girl who's not so new anymore, moves in with a bunch of guys, things happen, it's freaking awesome, and I quote it a lot. HBO Lena Dunham series Girls. This is so undervalued in Northern Ireland or Ireland. I have yet to meet a single person other than me and my mum who has watched it, and it's amazing. I love Lena Dunham so much, and I can't wait to read her book, and I can't wait until season 3. I have literally been waiting for season 3 like this in front of my screen since season 2 ended. I better backtrack. I was raised on Sex and the City, and I don't remember how old I was when I started watching it. No, and maybe it did corrupt my mind. Maybe that is why I think dirty things, but I don't think it is. I think it's just because I'm a teenager. But love Sex and the City. Sex and the City is glamorous and it's hilarious and it's romantic occasionally, and it's also not so romantic, and it's so funny and it's so underrated by men who think it's just a women's thing. It is not. It so isn't. Just watch. It's about 4 girls living in New York. Living in very rich New York. She's a writer, a columnist, which wouldn't normally make you a lot of money, but inexplicably it does. The glamorous side. 4 girls in the city living glamorous lives with glamorous people looking glamorous and having sex glamorously. For everything that Sex and the City is, Lena Dunham's Girls is the realistic kind of approach. Let's start off. They don't live in New York in 5th Avenue, they live in Brooklyn, and it's 4 girls who move to New York, and it's sort of the story of what happens when young girls try and follow this Sex and the City aspirations and how it doesn't always turn out too sparkly and pretty. It's quite ugly and grotesque. A lot of the sex scenes are horrendous. Will scar your mind. The first episode scarred my mind, and the second one, ooh, watch it. I feel really weird whenever I say I like Lena Dunham's show Girls, because most of the time I would have to say I like girls, and there's enough lesbian rumours about me at the moment. I don't know if you know this about me, but Stephen Fry is one of my favourite celebrities. Stephen Fry. Love him so much. And I love QI. QI is a quiz show where I learn a lot of things that are quite interesting. Moving on, get it? Cause movies. Let's start off with my favourite movie of all time. It would be Annie Hall by Woody Allen. Woody Allen is a neurotic Jewish man from New York. Meets a girl named Annie Hall. She's the most awkward, strange person ever, and I love them both, and it takes form. It bounces around in time a bit, and it bounces mediums a wee bit. Sometimes it goes into his childhood, sometimes it goes into cartoon. It's nuts, and it is the funniest film of all time. I love it so much, and every time I watch it I feel like I appreciate it more. As I grow older, I have never felt this feeling for anything else. Every time I watch it, it's funnier, it's more relatable, it's fantastic, it's la-di-da, haha. A relationship is like a shark, it has to keep moving or it drowns. And what we have is dead shark. Anyway, moving on to Once. Man and woman meet on the street in Dublin. He plays guitar, she has a Hoover, she's Slovakian or Czech Republican. Maybe they fall in love, maybe not. Who can tell? Love the music, love Glenn Hansard, love, what do you call her? Marketa Igrova. I'm sorry if I completely ruined that name. Tiny Furniture. Lena Dunham's second original film. I love the fact that she filmed it on a camera that most YouTubers use. I don't, but most do. And it was all filmed in her house. Her mum plays her mum, her sister plays her sister. It's great, it's hilarious, and it's very similar to the show. It's very origin story-esque. Ruby Sparks. Ruby Sparks is about a man who invents a woman. He is a writer and he writes up this woman. The cutest film. It's a real couple actually. They really went out, Paul Dano, and I can't remember what her name is. Ruby Sparks' name, I can't remember. She wrote the script and I think she's fantastic, and it was filmed in their house. And Mandy. I don't think a lot of people have heard of this film. I actually watched it online on YouTube somewhere. It's probably copyright free now, I guess, because it came out very early 30s. It's a British film about a girl called Mandy who is deaf. I don't know why on earth I like this film so much. I watched it just because one of my favourite authors, Jacqueline Wilson, said it was her favourite, and then I watched it when I was maybe 14, and then I just continuously watched it a lot. It's what made me want to learn sign language. It's all about this little girl, Mandy. She's deaf, she can't speak, she goes to school for the deaf. It follows the relationship of her parents. It's sad, it's very sad. It's in black and white, and it's the first sort of black and white film that I ever found myself liking. Finally, Lost in Translation with Scarlett Johansson, I don't know how you say that name, and Bill Murray, who I've never really been a fan of either of them because I just haven't seen them in much. It follows the story of a relationship between an older man and actor. This girl who studied philosophy and is in Tokyo. Hilarious. They're a bit up themselves, they're a bit pretentious, but I love them anyway. I swear to God, I'm sick of talking now. So I'm gonna go. Can't wait to see more suggestions from yous. I loved Maria's video, which I think is the only one up at the moment. Huge Tim Burton fan myself. Oh my goodness, he is doing Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I cannot wait for that to happen. It was just like watery blueberry, but it was good. Anyway, just wanted to point out the fact that I saw something with Arizona on it and it made me buy it because Tyler is in Arizona. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I hope this doesn't run on forever. This is going to take a decade to edit. Bye, friends, chums, whatever. Bye.